remember the mistakes, but they forgot the woman, the mother, the soldier, the survivor. I wore the bruises underneath designer smiles, carried my babies through the darkest miles, saluted a country while I fought my own war, came home with scars nobody ever saw. Everybody judged the chapters they could read, never asked about the nights I couldn't breathe. I ain't asking for forgiveness anymore, I'm just becoming who I was before. You don't know what redemption feels like when you pray with tears all night. Every lesson left another flame. Now the fire don't burn to change my name. Don't act like I'm not her. The woman that kept getting back up, the mother that still chose love, the fighter that refused to surrender. Don't act like I'm not her. Yeah, I broke, yeah, I cried, yeah, I fell 1,000 times, but look me in my eyes, I'm still her. You tried to convince me I was nothing. Pain kept whispering I'd never be enough, but every broken piece became a weapon. Every setback built another level up. Now my children see a queen instead of fear. My future sounds a whole lot louder than my tears. I'm not running from my story anymore, I'm rewriting every page they wrote before. They counted every failure, God counted every prayer. They saw my past, he saw my purpose. I lost myself so I could finally find the woman heaven always had in mind. Don't act like I'm not her. The woman redemption road. The woman redemption road. The mother
Let's go,
that
chat.
found hope. Mother that found hope. The veteran still standing in the smoke. Don't act like I'm not her. Every scar became
go,
a crown.
chat.
Every time they knocked me down, I came back stronger, wiser, closer to God. Tell 'em I'm still her. I'm still her. This ain't a comeback. This ain't a comeback. This is who I was always meant to be. Don't act like I'm not her. Don't act like I'm not her.
Hey, welcome back to Uncle Plugg TV. I am your host with the most. That I stand in the paint. That mean I love that action. And y'all know what it is. We back with another episode, you dig? And I have here with me, if she can unmute her mic, I have the Lavender Princess here with me this evening. Say hello to the people. You're gonna have to unmute your mic. Wake up. Okay. We have some technical difficulties. Hey, little mama, you're gonna have to unmute your mic. What's up, Boom? What's going on, my boy? Momo, what's going on, soldier? How you feeling, mama? Only vertical tonight? I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be only vertical tonight, but I guess that's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. Nope. It's on both. It's on both. Are you with me, Lavender Princess? You're gonna have to unmute your mic. What's up, Boom? What's going on? Uh, you with me? What's going on, soldier? And you're gonna have
Can
to
you hear
turn
me?
down your volume. Yeah, I can hear you. You have to turn down your volume on your other device.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. You might have to refresh again. While she's sorting out these technical difficulties. You dig what I'm saying? We're gonna get everything popping today. And while she's making her way back, I will give you the intro. This is Uncle Plug TV, where we do not run from uncomfortable conversations. We lean into them. This platform isn't about judging people or telling anyone how they should live their lives. It's about understanding different perspectives, asking honest questions, and challenging ourselves to think beyond our own experiences. Today's conversation is one that sparks curiosity, disagreement, and plenty of opinions. A poly relationship: can multiple people truly build a healthy and loving relationship together? Is it freedom, fulfillment, and intentional love, or does it create emotional challenges that most people underestimate? What does it actually take to make a relationship like that work? Not just a few months, but years. So tonight is not about clickbaits. It's not about stereotype. We're here to hear the real story from someone living or once lived that reality. We'll discuss the sacrifices, the boundaries, and the communication, the jealousy, the growth, and the lessons that don't always make it to social media. Hey, when we step into this tonight, we're going to be respectful, but all questions are welcome. Nothing is off limits, but let's keep it tasteful and let's keep it respectful. Let's go and do a real one roll call. We got souls in the building. We got Big Boone in the building. What's up, Sean Doe? Yes, indeed. We got Momo in the building, and we got Marty in the building. Everybody, please hit that like button. Get us out to the algorithm. Share it to your friend or family member so they can tap into the conversation this evening. So, how you doing, Miss Lavender Princess? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Had a wonderful day today. How does your day go?
I can't complain. Wouldn't do no good anyway. So
It wasn't too no good. Well,
no.
the first question that people gonna want to know is, who is this Lavender Princess? Who is she?
Let's see. That's a good question to unpack. Let me see. I'm a daughter. I'm a mom. I'm an auntie. I am a veteran. I'm an army vet. Um,
Thank you for your
I,
service.
you're welcome. Let's see. I don't know. I'm just me. I'm a simple. I'm a simple homebody.
A simple homebody.
Yep.
Okay, so what is it that you do for a living now that you're not in the military anymore?
Oh, okay. I won't say exactly what it is, but I will say I am a glorified babysitter, and anyone that is actually in that profession knows what I do. So,
Exactly. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the ones in the chat, they already know what it is. They already know
yes.
exactly what that is. Okay.
Yeah.
So how long did you serve in the military?
7 years, maybe a little bit, almost over. Yeah, 7 years.
7, 8 years.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And what duty station did you serve? And did you deploy any?
I was primarily in Louisiana. Yes, I deployed. I was in Iraq, the first war. And I was there for a little bit over a year. And don't let them fool you. Yes, women do fight up front with the infantry. We are not sitting in the back on the sidelines cheering for everybody, because your girl
Mm-hmm.
did fight for her life. For real. Thank
And
you.
what did, and what did you experience? And how long was your tour?
The tour was just over a year. Actually a little bit longer because I went early because I was a combat lifesaver. But the actual tour with my unit was a little bit over a year. Um, what did I experience? Roadside bombs, people being bombs, kids being bombs,
Mm,
mothers crying still in my head because I had to kill their sons in front of them because they wouldn't move out of our way. Um,
mm,
yeah,
mm.
lots of real life stuff. The roadside bombs were the worst. I was involved in a bunch of those, and actually, a couple of those is why I got out the military. The last two, why I got out the military,
Mm.
because I ended up being hurt. I'm not missing anything, but I got hurt.
Mm. Souls want to know where you at Camp Buka.
I went through there, but I didn't stay.
Okay. And what year was this?
2003 to 2004 when it first started. We actually helped set it up because there
He asked
wasn't one
what
there.
battalion was you with? He asked what battalion you was with.
142nd Infantry. I think we were infantry units.
Mm.
But I was with 603rd Transportation Unit. They were attached to their headquarters.
Right. I remember that unit.
Yeah,
I remember
which
that
we are
unit.
no more. I guess we're no more. We're gone.
Hmm. He said, okay, 2004, yes, we came from Barksdale. He said we was the first Air Force team in.
Yes, we
My
met
boy.
y'all, and then we left right after y'all got there. That's why we left because y'all came in.
That's
Yeah,
what's up. He's an Air Force veteran. Souls is the Air
yeah, we
Force
set
veteran.
it up. We set it up, and then we left right after they got there.
He said he relieved some of your people.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. See, them paths fight across. It's a small world.
It
It's a
probably
small world. It's a
it
small world.
is.
You gonna get to meet my boy Souls real soon, man. Yeah, you gonna get to meet my boy Souls real soon.
Wow.
He's good people, man. He's a deep and a deep and different thinker. You're gonna get
Okay.
to meet him. Yeah, you're gonna definitely
Okay.
get to meet him, and you're gonna get to meet the other members of our team tonight. You'll see us tonight on No Middleman at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time this evening. We got a great show lined up for you guys right now. But first, we're gonna get this one knocked out. Okay, so do you have any children?
Yes, one.
You have one son,
Yep.
daughter,
A baby girl.
a
Yeah,
baby girl.
she's my baby girl.
Hmm. He said
Yes.
she's good in my book. Those foggy nights were real.
Definitely.
And Marty said, "Thank you for your service." She's also an Army
You're
veteran.
welcome.
She's also an Army veteran. And
Thank y'all for
yeah,
y'all service.
she's a part of this panel as well. She comes up and we have a show. We have a show that we do as well. Um, so yeah, so getting back into it. So you are now how old? Unless you don't want to disclose.
No, that's fine. I'm over 45, so I listen, I ain't being funny. I'm not one of those women that's like, oh my God, I hate sharing my age. I stopped keeping track after 45. So I'm
You start
45,
keeping track.
over 45. Yeah. I might be 47, might be 46. I
I'm
don't know.
46. I'm 46. I'm proud to
Okay,
say so. I'm
then I'm
proud to say so.
46. Then I'm
You know what I
46. If
mean?
you're 46,
I'm
I'm
proud.
46.
Hey, I'm
I mean,
proud
I'm
to
proud
say
of my
so.
age. No, I'm proud of my age. That ain't the problem. I forgot. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, because on your deployment you did endure some injuries on your deployment, but
Yes, I did.
you are a Purple Heart recipient.
Yes, I am.
That is the
Yes.
reason for the banner here. The banner here, I have the purple by our names because you are a Purple Heart recipient. You are a decorated soldier. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
we gotta give you your flowers. You know what I mean? Some with
Thank
lavender
you.
petals.
I
I have to give you
appreciate
flowers
it.
with the lavender petals. Yeah, indeed. So being that, oh, my boy said you seasoned. Ah. He said you see that. And Molly said, mad respect. And she means
Thank
that when she says that.
you.
She means that when she says that. And so being that you are a decorated soldier, you have done tours overseas, and you are a mother of one and a grandmother,
Yes, of three. Oh my gosh, three triplets.
a triplets.
Yes,
Oh,
triplets. Yes,
okay, so
yes.
a military veteran, a Purple Heart recipient, probably numerous other accommodations, and a a grandmother, and a of three of triplets.
Yes,
What a
yes.
beautiful family.
And auntie of a singleton and twins. So
I know that's right. I know that's right. I know
yes,
that's right.
I
So
am.
right now, we're gonna start digging into, you know, what is your makeup? How would you describe yourself?
Oh gosh. A Jesus lover first and foremost.
Okay, okay.
Try my
God is
absolute.
good
Yes, he is all the time.
and all the
Um,
time.
God is good. There it is.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Let's see. Honestly, I would. So when I got out the military, I lost me. Um, and I felt like it took me some years to get me back. And
Mhm.
I feel like now I'm mostly there. So I'm quiet, I'm reserved. I do speak out for myself now. I'm a protector. I am a provider. I'm independent. But when I am in that healthy, happy place, I'm definitely the submissive and I need you. I'm not the I don't need my man type woman. I'm not that. I know I need my man, but hey, until he comes along, I
Mm,
got it. Like I got it.
mm. Okay,
So
okay. So would you label yourself accountable? Are you the type of person who takes accountability?
I would say so, yes. Yes, because I know I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm me, I'm not perfect. So yeah, I would
Mm,
say so.
okay, okay. So being that you are accountable, and being that you are now over 45, uh, and
Almost 50. Let's just say it. Almost 50.
however you want to play it, hey, they know. Hey, my boy said it perfectly. He said, "Hey, you see," he said, "You see." You know what I mean? And that's all we need. And, I got a little salt and pepper myself. We see, you know. So would you put yourself in the category of a good woman, a bad woman, indifferent woman? Are you better as a friend than you are a mate? And why is the big question. Why are you single?
I am a fantastic woman. I know my worth. I know my value. I know what I bring to the table. I
Mm-hmm.
am a fantastic friend when a friendship is needed. I know how to step back and be like, yo, we're not going to even attempt to do this. We'll be better friends. Um, I have been told all my life and by multiple people, males and females, like you are a great partner. You're gonna make somebody absolutely wonderful. Why am I single now? I think my picker is off and I got with the wrong person, which turned into persons.
Mm-hmm. So that's when we dive into we're gonna dive into that situation in a bit. But I want to ask you a few questions. Of you say men and women, so you are bisexual.
I don't consider myself that anymore. I've chosen not to deal with females anymore. And once you start asking me the questions, then I will tell you why. But so yeah, I am strictly dickly now.
so being that you have dealt with women, what drove you to? I wouldn't say drove you, but
Oh no, there
what?
was a driving force that drove me to women. There
that
was.
drove you to women? He said, "Thank you,
Yes.
God."
the
Yeah, he's ready to unpack. He's ready to unpack.
that is
He says, "Soon
funny.
I cannot drop this ball with these questions because I'm telling you, he is ready to pounce." And
And
when he pounces,
I will answer.
what?
I'm an open
Yeah,
book. I will
yeah.
answer
But
and I
he,
will answer honestly.
yeah,
What
most
drove me
definitely.
to women is so daddy issues. I know you and I had discussed that
Mm,
privately.
hmm.
I didn't realize I had daddy issues, but I did. Um, and I did not, unfortunately, I did not want to get with a man that was like my father. I feel as my though my dad has an amazing business mind, amazing. And without putting him out there, because some people will recognize my face and him, um,
Hmm.
let's just say I didn't want to be with somebody like him. So along
Why?
came the
What are those? What are those attributes that he holds that you wouldn't want a man like him?
uh so when I was younger, I am still very good at like anything that has to do with architecture, blueprints, all of that. Like I can pick up a blueprint now, read it. Like I'm very good at it. I'm very good with my hands. I'm very good with I don't know, just reading things that most people would have issues with and have to go to school for. I never had that problem. But in my dad's eyes, it was that's a man's world. You don't need to do that. So instead of
Mm,
encouraging me, it was no, don't do that. When the opportunity came in school, they finally opened up a mechanic program. I wanted to go, and they actually selected me. I was the first female that actually selected to go, paid full free.
hmm.
My dad wouldn't sign the paper because that's for men, blah, blah, blah. Well, now my car breaks down and I got to go pay. And I don't know if they're telling me the truth or not. But had you not been so pig-headed, I would have known this. As far as the
Mm,
military, how I ended up in the
mm,
military, I knew I wanted to go. I have military people in my family. My aunt being one of the main ones. She was in for like 25 years. My dad was so proud
hmm.
of her. His baby sister, oh my God, can't rave enough about her. When it came to
Right.
me saying I wanted to go to the military, because I just knew college wasn't right away for me.
Hmm.
Um, and I wanted to go, then it was no, 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 no. You don't need to do that. So you're divorced from my mom. I don't live with you. My mom went out of town, and I went and found a recruiter, and I went off, and that's how I did
Mm.
that.
That seemed as if you were defiant.
Not necessarily defiant. It was I'm tired of being told what I can't do when I know I'm stronger than people are giving me credit for. And it's
Okay.
like, if I
Okay.
keep staying here and you keep telling me, no, that's a man's job. No, you can't. I don't see you doing that. Or, oh, really? And you're also shocked and surprised that I know how to fix my mom's garbage disposal. Like, you weren't coming to do it. And why make her pay for a mechanic or a plumber when I can figure out how to do it? So
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
learned that at a young age, I guess. And
So were
finally,
you a
I
tomboy? So were you a
Oh,
tomboy?
definitely. Most definitely. A cute tomboy, but definitely a tomboy. Like I had on sparkles and everything, but I was still out there with the best of them in the mud, climbing trees. I could still climb a tree better than any guy out there.
I know that's right. So you apparently you must have sisters. You don't have any brothers?
One, one sister. Nope, no
No sisters,
brothers.
no brothers. So he wanted his girls to be girls.
Yes.
So he was possibly
Girls.
looking at the expansion of his family. They said, all right, since I got blessed with these girls and I ain't get no boys, I just want these girls to just, you know,
Get out
hey,
there and
just
be fruitful
expand
and
my family.
multiply. Yep.
Hmm.
And I was the son that he never had, honestly. My sister was the
Right.
daughter, and I was definitely the son.
But not lesbian.
No, no, I was not
No.
interested. Like I found girls cute, but
Mm.
not to do anything with them. It
Mm.
wasn't until I was in the military that
Hmm.
it actually was no, it wasn't even in the military. It's when I was getting out the military. It was during Hurricane Katrina. I got stuck in Louisiana actually during the hurricane.
Right.
And I was finally able to get out, but I couldn't get back to my mom and my daughter because my mom had my baby, and I wasn't able to get back to them. But I was able to get to my cousin. My cousin's best friend is gay, my cousin is gay, all living together. It was a stressful situation. I used to talk to my cousin's best friend on the phone, but I didn't like her. Like, I didn't like her attitude. She got on my nerves. I was always getting smart with her, blah, blah, blah. I guess she took that as a
Mm-hmm.
challenge. Like, she's cute. I got to meet her. I didn't know that. So when my cousin told her I was coming to town, then that night, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
hello, I got a girlfriend. 3 days
Wow.
later, I'm moving in.
Wow.
That's how fast it
So
moves in the gay and lesbian world. Seriously.
so spontaneity is all in your repertoire.
Pretty much, yeah. Like,
Okay. Okay.
I'll make a plan, but then we go off of it real quick.
Right. Okay. So you say you served that was Fort Polk. I don't know the new name
Yes.
for Fort Polk. So
I
you
don't
served
either.
at Fort
Yeah, they
Polk.
didn't change everything.
Yeah. And what is the oh, we have, hold on a second. So said no question. She's transparent and not confused like some. that is a big compliment.
Thank
BG's in the
you.
building. What's up, BG? What's happening with you? We got Tez in the building, Mr. Twofold. Indeed, indeed. Welcome in, Tez. Appreciate you, brother. So, all right. So you also served where? What other duty stations did you serve at?
What was it? I was at Fort Bragg for a little bit. I started there before I
Okay.
went to Fort Polk.
Okay. So you went from Bragg to Polk.
Yes.
Okay. Understood. 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 Now we've already dove into your relationship with the woman. How did that go? How did that relationship pan out for you?
The first relationship, I felt guilty. Like, I loved her. Like, I really did. I loved her. I wanted to start a family, and it was right around the time that they were just making it legal for gay and lesbian couples to get married, but only in certain
Mm,
states. And honestly, at that time, if she would have asked me, I would have said yes. The problem was she got very jealous. Because before her, I went to go see my baby dad, and we were still in love and still active when I saw him.
mm-hmm.
She, I guess, didn't know that. So for some odd reason, that caused her to have a big attitude and big problem that I did sleep with him. And then I had told her about my best friend. I guess she forgot that he is a male, and she accused me of having all kinds of sexual relationships with him and him just wanting me and blah blah blah. And I'm like, girl, he's been knowing me since I was 2. Like,
So she's
what?
strictly lesbian. She's strictly clickly.
She she was abused by men, though, which is what made her become a lesbian.
It's always something. It's
Yeah.
always something that drives a woman to
Yep.
that. Do you believe that? Do you believe that it's almost a mental illness or trauma or result of trauma, PTSD
I do,
or
because
things?
that's how I ended up with her. Yeah, because I mean, and I had been sexually assaulted in the military. The guy that I was
What?
absolutely in love with, his dad knew. Oh my God, his dad set me up. His dad sent him out. Um, let's see. Where did his dad send him to? He sent him on an errand. And then he sent his sister out, and then he knew I was gonna be there, and I had been around the house
Mm-hmm.
all the time, so it was no problem for me to be there with him there. He asked me to bring him a towel. I heard him when he got in the shower, and he said, "Bring him a towel." Innocently enough, I didn't think anything about it. I
Mm-hmm.
took the towel up there to him. He told me it was in his room. Again, what's the problem? I've been in and out this house all the time. Yeah, like, whatever. So I went to go grab the
Mm-hmm.
towel. Next thing I know, sir is behind me, and yeah, being assaulted by his dad. And I was just like, you
Whoa.
know what? All
And
men want
how
me
old was you?
for is sex.
What?
I
How old was you at this time?
was I was 16. I just turned 16.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa. And
Yeah.
and is that the only time this has happened to you?
No, I was assaulted 2 more times in the military. So
Yo.
once before and 2 in the military.
Would you like to share that with the chat? Um,
The
these two
first
encounters.
time, the first time in the military, it was by someone I did not know. I found out later that he was a full on predator. He was married. He was in the military, but he liked to come on to post. And I guess his wife worked nights, so he would come on post at nighttime, and he would basically prey on females. I wasn't the type of female that just like was out there, like whatever, not saying that those females deserve that. But I wasn't loose. I wasn't anything. We were actually at an impromptu barbecue. It ended. My roommate asked me to grab something out of the car. I did, and he was waiting for me, and he assaulted me on top of my car. And the sad part about the whole thing that still gets me is I know for a fact people heard me because I'm not quiet. I'm a loud person. And I know they heard my mouth. I know they heard me screaming for help. I know they heard me screaming for him to get off of me. I know they heard my alarm go off because my alarm was set and he raped me on top of my car. So I know they heard me. And I know that the CQ person, for y'all that don't know, it's like our little guard at nighttime for where we lived. um, I know he saw and heard the whole thing because I actually saw him get up from the bonfire, walk into the little area where he was supposed to sit, and shut the door and turn the light off.
Wow.
So that was the one.
Wow.
Yeah, it
So
sucked.
Buddy was in
Like,
cahoots.
yeah,
How did
yeah.
unprotected, being assaulted, and at the time you didn't know who he was?
No, I had no idea who he was. No idea. Matter of fact, during the party, I didn't even get introduced to him. But you know how kids and dogs tend to stay away from people? I immediately, when I saw him, just felt, oh, don't even go over there. Stay away from him. If he's talking to you, go back over to the crowd that you know. And I did that the entire night. But
Ah, and he was preying on you the whole time.
yeah, the whole time.
So
And
what
that was
was the
one of the
result?
things that he told me, that I was playing hard to get because I never would acknowledge him.
Oh man, give me a second, real quick.
Hmm.
We got Miles Bachelor in the building. Welcome in, Miles. Super Mac, welcome in. My brother Classic Coles coming in, and Miss V. Miss V, welcome, welcome, welcome. Miss V. By the end of the show, I will put my email into the chat. I need to speak with you about a few things, if that's okay. All right, back to it. You mean to tell me that the CQ officer was there and possibly witnessed the whole thing?
Oh,
What
there's no
came of that?
possibly. He saw it. I know he got an Article 15 because I was there at his Article 15 hearing. Like, they did a full on hearing. And he got an Article 15. He was busted down from, I think he was a sergeant first class. They busted him all the way down to a private first class. He
Mm.
was not happy with me, and I was like, "That's your fault."
Classic Clove said, he said, hey, Unc, I just stay in the crib at this point. Miss V said, okay. Supermax said, respect to her resilience. The real pain is evident. This is what I mean by family law. Thinking if she was my or plug, sis, cuz, or whatever, family law would prevent further abuse respectfully. Bro, like had I of known that this had transpired, because we served at the same unit. And had I known that this had happened, me and and she's from a place in Ohio, and I had two guys that that is from the same place. At that time, like when you talk about renegade, it had been on and popping. It'd have been on and popping, on and popping. You wouldn't have had to go and report nothing. Only thing he
And
would have
I
did,
appreciate it. I really do.
yeah, it would have been 911. Someone call 911. Yes, it'd have been like that. And so when this happened, this is the second attack. The first attack happened when you were 16. This
Yes.
was the second attack. Now, what happened with the third assault?
Oh my God. That I think that one was the worst for me. It was some NCOs that I knew that I served with. I was directly under them. Um the one, he had gotten in trouble by his wife because he was trying to sleep with me from the moment he saw me. And I didn't want to sleep with him. I didn't want nothing to do with him. He kept coming around the barracks, and I'm like, get away from me, leave me alone. He would get the code to my room and be in there, and I'd be like, oh my God, like what is wrong with this man? It finally got to the point I wouldn't go to none of the cookouts. I would go straight from work straight into my room, and that was it. That was all. Um, he got upset because his wife found out that he was trying to get at me. I accidentally told her I didn't know who she was. But it wouldn't have made a difference. Had I known it was his wife, I would have opened my mouth right away. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so when we
And none of the
deployed,
men, wait, excuse me, but none of the male soldiers in your unit knew about this.
the first guy,
Yeah, no one knew about that.
um, no. When I told my first sergeant, I didn't tell her. It was a friend of mine that was lives on the other side of the post. He ended up
Mm-hmm.
telling her because I didn't show up for 3 days. So they thought I was AWOL, which was crazy because my car was still there. So where was I going? Why didn't y'all come look for me?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he ended up getting in touch with them and telling them, hey, she got assaulted. Like she needs help. So they took me to the hospital. Apparently, they didn't believe me for whatever reason. I don't know why. Because again, I was not the first one. Apparently, there was another
Mm-hmm.
female that he had assaulted right before me, which is why he got to the party, and he was all intoxicated and blah 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 because he needed to get himself ready for her. Um,
Mm.
and then I don't know. It was a mess. It was a hot mess, man. It was like the guys that I was friends with. I don't know. The females were jealous that I was friends with them. Like I wasn't sleeping with any of them. Like I refused to sleep with anybody in my unit. I was like, nope. Mm-mm. So I don't know. They just had a problem with me being the guy's girl. So
Yeah,
it
well,
just,
if Buddy is watching, I hope he sees this. You's a fuck nigga.
yeah,
And I hope
he really
everything that's
is.
bad that happens in the world happens to you. I hope that
Yeah.
all the bad that God has, the universe has for you, happens to you. You punk bitch.
Thank you.
That's a cold blooded
Oh,
individual. That's cold blooded. V said, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. He said,
thank
say less
you.
family, the vibrational plug is be known. Salute. And she said 100. Yeah, he's a fuck nigga. Certified fuck nigga. Now let's get to the third assault.
He was the one that actually did it. So I'll call them H, D, and B. H is the one whose wife found out that he was trying to get at me. Um, D always wanted me, and he would have me do stupid jobs, and I would ignore him and just tell him to go away. And just, I didn't want nothing to do with him, like at all. I'm just like, y'all leave me alone. B, we used to clash because he was young. He was younger than me, which I didn't care about him, being higher than me in rank. I didn't care about that. I'm like, if you tell me to do my job, I'm gonna do my job.
I mean, you had endured such a traumatic situation. I can only
Yes.
imagine what mindset you was in. You want nothing to do with nobody. Not fuck
Nobody. Yeah.
nobody. That shit is
Nobody.
crazy. And then no one came to your rescue. Nobody was
No.
there for your
It,
side.
it
Nobody
literally
like big
was
brothered you. Like
it
nobody
was a
big
guy
brothered
that
you.
wasn't even in my unit. I don't, and again, I don't even know how I got to his house because I didn't drive to his house because, like I said, it happened on top of my car. I don't know how I even got to where he lived. I don't know if I walked, ran. I don't know. I just know that I was there crying and he was there. That's all I know. Um,
We don't we don't condone that shit. Nobody in my circumference condones any of that shit, man. Everybody's reaching out. Everybody's saying kind words. I'm so sorry this happened to you, but your resilience, courage, are a testament to your courage and strength. Miles Baxter said, "Sorry you had to endure that." She gave you your flowers, sent you some roses, some virtual roses, and welcome
thank
in, Penny,
you.
man. Appreciate you pulling up, brother. Appreciate you pulling up, brother. Um, yeah, continue. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine. Thank you all. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Um, So I got picked to be an early deployer when we had to go deploy. So I ended up with another unit. I became a combat lifesaver and learned like how to give them all their inoculations, etc. Blah blah blah. So I'm there. Finally, my unit comes and like I have to go back, and then we go over there. We're not all the way in Iraq where we're supposed to be. We're across the border. And we're staying like in this big, huge hangar, like where blimps would be. And there
Mm-hmm.
were rows. It was 3 rows of bunk beds. Like it was a bunk bed, a bunk bed, a bunk bed on top of each other. And then just rows and rows and rows for as far as the eye could see. That's how many people were in there. And so I was in the back because they always needed me. And this I found out later. H set me up. They
Mm-hmm.
always kept me in the back. There were no lights back there. So I slept
Mm-hmm.
with my weapon underneath my blanket. Um,
Like we had
and
to.
yes, and like all on top of me. And I always slept with one of my uniforms on. So this night I slept with my PTs on because I decided to wash my uniforms. Um, and so I'm asleep. I finally fall asleep, and usually it was I would fall asleep later than everybody. And so I fell asleep finally. I woke up though to this presence, and I'm like, what the heck? And it was a hot night that night, so I didn't have my covers on. And oh, this one was harder, the worst. I woke up
Take your
to
time.
this
Take your time.
this cold sensation between my legs. It was not warm. It was very cold, very hard. It was pressed up against me between my legs. And I jerked when I woke up. And that's when it entered me hard, very hard, and began to move in and out. And I was so confused. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what? And when I went to say something, I saw H standing there. He wasn't right next to my bunk, he was away. But where I was, there were all guys where I slept. All guys, no females. It was all guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought
Mm-hmm.
I was protected back there. For some reason, they had all been sent on a mission. All 17 of them on a mission. Only the guys, not me, not me. So I was back there by myself, and I didn't know this because they got sent while I was asleep. So they don't think nothing about it because they're like, okay, we in the war. Y'all, you just told me to go do something, and so I'm sleeping. Left me back there by myself, and H is back there in the corner, standing guard. D is standing there, and when I go to wake up and scream, D grabs my mouth and says, "You better stop." B is the one that had my weapon. It was mine. He said, "You better be quiet because and stop moving because my thumb is on the trigger. And if I move, it's going to be over." And as I was laying there crying, like, oh my God, is he serious? And I kept trying to sit my head up to see if he was serious. And he was like, I'm serious. See, here, listen. And he kept clicking it. And D pulled my head to the side, and that's when I saw that H and B had their dicks out and they were masturbating while B continually inserted the muzzle of my weapon into me until he was satisfied. And after that, I tried to kill him. I really did. He got
Listen,
sent on a mission
listen.
immediately. Like as soon as
Oh,
it was over, I ran to the shower and I ran into one of the guys that was there. And he was like, he saw my face and we were really close. And he was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Like, what happened? What happened? I know something happened. And he was like, because there's no reason that all of us got sent on a mission and you didn't go because you were one of our best drivers and they had us driving. You knew the route. Why didn't you go? Why weren't you with us? Are you sick? Like, what happened? And I couldn't even tell him. But it was so violent. I was bleeding, and he saw the blood on my shorts. And at first, he thought that Aunt Flo had showed up. Then he realized that's not what happened. Um, but immediately, D and B were sent on a mission, a real mission, and they were gone. And H just kind of hung around, like, whatever. What you gonna do?
um,
So,
um, I'm sorry to cut you off. This is a lot. Um, this is I'm 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 literally getting pissed off right now. Okay, hold on a second. We go through these comments. Say thank you for your service. Penny said thank you for your service.
you're welcome.
Supermat said 333 rep for souls. No action of yours is a reason for aggression. You are meant to be safe. All women that serve their country, you know what I'm saying, deserves to be safe. Any woman deserves to be safe. You know what I mean? Like they deserve to be safe. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. He said, I do have a question. So said, I do have a question. What is your goal or objective so we can all support this trauma?
Mine.
Have you done any therapy? Have you spoken to anyone about this?
Um, I did. I finally spoke. That's another horrible incident on itself. So when I got back, well, there was this chaplain. I was really close with this chaplain that was there, and he was in my unit, and I was. Oh my God, we were so close. I ended up talking to him, and he
Mm-hmm.
convinced me to when I got back that I needed to find a shrink. That's what I call therapists, a shrink, because they shrink your problems supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, by the time I found somebody, or they felt like, okay, we have time for you to be able to take time out and go, I had had my daughter. She was a fresh newborn. And if you've never seen a woman that is breastfeeding a fresh newborn baby that already has big boobs, they were as big as my head. He found out what her schedule was for feeding and would only see me around her feeding times, telling me, you can go ahead and feed her. And I would put a blanket over me and her and feed her. And he would say, no, 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 you don't have to do that. You can take it down. It's okay.
Get the fuck out of it. What in the
Yeah,
is
and
wrong?
when I finally told, he had a female that worked for him, and when I told her I never wanted to see him again, I left out crying. That's why I said I felt like I was just touched. Like this man is a horrible individual. He was jacking off when he told me that, and I'm like, I could clearly see it. I snatched my daughter up and I left. And she was like, I will report him right now. Before she could get it reported, he put in my file that I was, what did he say? Because it's still in there. He put in there that I'm bipolar and have a dissociative disorder. And basically, he tried to get me thrown out the military for being mentally unstable
Okay,
because
hold
I
on,
told
hold
on
on,
him.
hold on a second. He say I didn't even know. He say I didn't even know you here. Salute. Um, he said correctly. Sorry, just in my clinical hat. He's a licensed therapist. So that's why he asked those questions. He said in bushes, LOL, Superman. He was talking to Superman. And he said, Ms. V said, wow. Soul says, I'm out. This is a lot. He said, this is a lot. Prayers to you, Lavender. Well, get ready because we're having a whole nother show with her on the panel. So it's going to be something else. He said, sorry. Wow, this makes me angry just hearing it. Boy, hey, join the club. What's up, Freezy? No captivity. What's up? He said, what up, Plug? What's happening with you, Freezy? What's up, home team? How you feeling, brother? He said, what was the race of the offenders?
I think my friend's dad is all black. He might be mixed. But the other two, they're black, all black, and so was the therapist.
So H and B and the therapist were all black.
Yes.
All right. Predatory actions should make him lose his license. You better believe that. Supermax said 333 in the chat. Say real men still want to protect you. He said you are speaking to the work. He said you are speaking of the worst of us. He said it is respected. He said it is respected. That said, he said this is real trauma and real therapy is prevention. He said family law Plug. She said motherfuckers are sick as fuck, man. What the fuck? Jeez.
Very much so.
Freezy said, he said, damn. And he said, black? Yeah, black, bro. Black, bro.
Yeah, that's what
Dog, like for real, like there was no way that this could have been said while I was present. He said, yes, Freezy, we don't have these talks. Yeah, we gotta, I'm telling you, like a lot of things, like real talk, like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of shit don't get spoken on because a lot of, you know, what they display in the social media world and they beat on, you know what I'm saying, our black women so much. They beat on them and they talk down on them so much. But I know them ones that they talk about, but I also know real ass women that have been through a lot dealing with, you know what I'm saying, dealing with us. You understand? And most people don't get an opportunity to actually sit down before they get through all them the dating situation, and I really understand what this woman has been through. Like a man would really have to be on his 10 and twos to be dealing with you. You know what I mean? Because that shit is crazy, what you've been through. That make me want to go, like that shit put me on some taking shit. Like I want to go and see my buddy. Like immediately, dog. How dare you, dog? And these the dudes that's supposed to be serving and protecting our nation, doing this bullshit. We would have split him. I swear, man, had I known you then and known that happened, split his shit. We would have took him up through there, the upper room up through there. I'm talking about straight drag, concrete asphalt on his ass. Freezy said, souls of thought. Say that's why I participate in that manosphere bullshit. Yeah. He said that's why I don't participate in that manosphere bullshit. I feel you. He said that power becomes dangerous in uniforms, especially. Hell yeah. Even in the workplace. That's why they don't allow the fraternization. That's why they don't allow the managers and the general managers to be around the employees after work. Because that power, that leverage can cause this type shit to happen. These bitch ass niggas, man. Like, really, bro? Like, really? Shit. V said, Lavender Princess, thank you for your bravery and your service. Thank God that you did not allow these tragedies to break you. Soul said, Freezer, respect. Yeah, family law prevents a lot of this, Plug. He said, we're not realizing the importance of the man in the family as the law gives.
That is true. That is so
Those gentlemen probably got so many discharged. Yeah, probably got so many women discharged. Like this is a clique of motherfuckers who knew. Man, well, you can never be around me doing this, bro.
Yeah. It's sad. It is very sad.
It's some sucker shit. Some sucker shit is hurting my spirit. This shit is hurting my spirit. Like this is really, Really, really hurting my spirit. He say sold 100. Yes, indeed. Now, whew, whew. Are you
Now you
okay?
see how why I ended up with a girlfriend.
Sure. But of course, yes. This shit is a lot. This shit is a lot. Like for
Yeah.
real, this is a lot. Are you okay?
Unfortunately, I wasn't safe with her either, though.
No.
No, she turned out to be abusive because, like I said, she thought that I would. She thought every man that saw me that said, "Hey," that I wanted them, and just because I had a baby daddy and all that, and I'm like, wow,
Wow.
it just turned into, you know what?
And how did it
We
begin? How did it begin with your girlfriend?
like I said, Hurricane Katrina happened, and I left and ended up in my baby dad's state. And then from there, I drove to her state to go see my cousin. I finally made it home, grabbed my daughter, and then I went. Her dad was leaving; he was going getting deployed again, so I took her to go see him. And then my
Mm-hmm.
cousin begged me to come see her, so I went to go see her. Um, when I got there, her best friend, which is the one that ended up being my girlfriend, was there living with her and her girlfriend already.
Oh,
And
not in the relationship, the abuse.
oh yeah, so it started out lovingly and nice, but then I don't know. We had been together a while because it was my daughter's third birthday. And for
Mm-hmm.
some reason, my best friend, we had lost contact because he was deployed. And so finally, he was able to email me. And I was so happy because I'm like, that's her godfather. That's my best friend of all life. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought he was dead. Like, wow. And I was just ecstatic that day. And she was like, over some nigga. And I'm like, wow, no, I told you about him. Like, what is the problem? And then she was like, I bet you still want your baby daddy because she heard him ask me to come be with him. And he did that day of my daughter's party, that it was both of them had gotten in touch with me. And she heard him when he asked me, it told me that he loved me, confessed how much he loved me, blah, blah, blah. He was sorry and he was ready for me, wanted me, bring me and his daughter to him, and let's start a relationship. And I was like, I'm a firm believer in how you lose them is how you leave them is how you'll lose them. And I'm not trying to leave my relationship just to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, now if this
Mm-hmm.
relationship don't work and you still around and you still want me and you still ready, then okay, cool. She didn't like that answer. She thought that I was flirting with them. And then somehow she asked me about the last time we had sex, which was the day before I had gotten to her. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't tell her to attack me and put her face between my legs. I didn't tell her to do that. She chose to do that. So, okay. Oh, that's on you. Um, so she got mad because I told her the truth. That's when she said that my best friend only wanted me for me. Like he didn't want to be my friend, blah, blah, blah. And all men want me. And we had a neighbor, a guy neighbor, that would say hi to me when I would go be outside seeing her off to work. And I would say hi to him. Why wouldn't I speak to the neighbor? I didn't want him. She accused me of sleeping with him while she was gone. And next thing I know, I am being smacked with, I don't know, some board that like held the sliding door shut. I was
Oh.
turning to walk away and I felt this burn and I heard a crack. That was how crazy it was. I heard a crack. I felt this burn in my back and I was like, and I went to fall forward and I was like, what just happened? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what? And then I felt another like this smack across my face. And but it didn't feel like a hand. It didn't feel it felt like some foreign object. I found out later she was using that stick to beat me with basically. And
Damn.
then I had was
Was she Liz
having
or Butch?
walked, yeah, butch, big time butch. And like she didn't even like me to go down on her unless it was on her dildo. Like she didn't want to be reminded that she was a woman at all.
All right. and definitely some mental illness.
Yes, yes.
There's
Like
definitely some
she was
trauma.
a trip.
Definitely
Yeah.
some trauma. Definitely some
Yeah.
trauma. Now hold on.
Um
Now we got
mhm.
Soul that says blacks underreport. He says blacks under reports the lowest in uniforms per stats. He said Soft
True,
Rain
because they
said,
don't believe us.
they don't. And she said, I think a lot of military women who have been essayed, he said, by those in proximity, don't report because of the fear of repercussion or simply not being believed. And
Tell
that
me
is
about
true.
that, because that's how I almost died the first time when I was in Iraq because I reported it. They set
V
me
says,
up.
Rain, say men actually assaulted. Say men actually are assaulted more than women in the military. It's just unreported. It's a Hulu documentary about that. She said she giving Miss B the flowers. Say souls, I have to watch that. Freezy said, he said, we're only safe with the most high. Trust no man or woman. Only put your trust in God. And that is true.
Very true.
He said, Rain, you just don't know how real it is. I can only imagine the stories she hasn't been, but I imagine the ones she's heard about. Say, trust, they say, called us to 2019. She said, thanks, souls. He says, my base was a part of the studies. Mm. Super
Wow.
said, women have a problem with supporting happiness that they don't agree with for real. Miss V said, did your ex-girlfriend know about your past abuses?
Yes. And she accused me of asking for them because I was too friendly.
She said you're too friendly, so she figured you was promiscuous.
Yes, that I was asking for it.
And I'm not here to victim shame at all. So don't take this as that. And but are you a bit too friendly?
I don't think so, but I guess some could say so. But I mean, I am friendly. I don't think I'm a flirt. I actually think I'm a horrible flirt. So I don't think I'm flirtatious or anything like that.
So maybe it's
So
just your aesthetic, that they feel like men approach you a lot because you are a pretty girl. So, you know, that's what they feel. You know what I mean?
maybe. Honestly, I don't. Honestly, that has been a question of mine. Like, what the heck? What is it about me? What?
Mm-hmm.
And I still don't know the answer to that.
Mm.
Still
She
don't.
said, "Wow, shaking my fucking head." She said, "Wow, shaking my fucking head." That was, and was that an initial red flag? Say when she said that to you, was that an initial red flag?
Yes, and that actually is what caused me to really fall back and tell her that we needed to take a break. But my daughter's birthday party was the next day, and we decided just to go ahead and throw the birthday party. I should have left that night
Mm-hmm.
because
Because Buddy said,
that's when I
I
almost
feel like
got
it would be
killed.
tough to trust." He said, "I feel like it'd be tough to trust anyone after that. Respect your strength for real.
Thank
This
you.
is this is a lot to unpack, man. This is a lot to unpack. Um, man, man, you've been through so much. I commend you, Queen.
Thank you.
I commend you, Queen. Your strength and your resilience. I respect you so much because that's a lot, man. Because a lot of people would have possibly, I'm talking about surviving three, and then all the attacks and the abuse. Like most people would have been and took themselves out of here. For you to be here now, to you to be here on this platform talking to me, I commend you, and I truly, truly, you know, am thankful that you're still here.
Thanks.
Like for real, that shit is crazy. This shit you saying right now is truly amazing. Like this that you're still here. Like for real. Miss V said, Uncle Plug, trigger warning. Next time, please. Yes, listen, Miss Mama V, Miss V. Um, didn't know it was this deep, but it has to be spoke on. It has to be spoke on because a lot of men don't get it sometimes. like the black woman has been under attack for a very long time. For a very long time. So when we make these, these comments, like a lot of it, I just be like, I know the ones they speak of, but I also know the ones that that ain't like that. You know what I mean? Like for real. So says it's normal after one incident for you to then indulge in more into sexual abuse or acts. Not sure if your therapist mentioned that. Well, she couldn't, souls, because he was over there trying to whip his dang-a-lang out too,
Yeah, I'm
bro.
about to say, yeah. It wasn't until
You know what I
years
mean?
after I got out the military I could finally actually get help because I didn't trust to talk about it to anybody else after him.
Yeah, for real, man. Superman say stats say DV is higher than normal in les relays. You talking about the lesbian relationship? She said yes, most. Miss Mama V said yes, most definitely. Miles Bassler says women already have to live with a degree of danger, and then for something to happen. Mm. He said, "V, I keep saying it clinically. It's not a lot. Prayers, lavender, cleansing daily."
Thank you.
He said, "Not him, the one you seen after." Yeah, yeah. What happened to the one you seen after? And that was probably for your review to get your disability through the military.
Yeah. They ended up they knew immediately. They sent me to I guess it's this place where you go and you get your like your you take your test and your view and all this crazy crap and they tell you bring a lunch, you're gonna be there for hours, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This lady saw me and she walked past, and then next thing I know, she's like, "Come here," and I'm like, okay." She's like, "Bring your stuff," and I'm thinking, "Oh my god, I said something wrong. They're gonna kick me out." She was like, "Here
Mm-hmm.
you go. You don't need to be here," and I was like, "What?" But they told me I needed. She was like, "You don't need to be here." She was like, "Go to this appointment next week, and they're gonna take care of you." And I was like, "What?" And unbeknownst to me, I don't know. I guess it was something I said. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I answered honestly all the questions that she asked me. She sent me home. I was only there 20 minutes. I wasn't there 4 hours, like she said. She sent me home. I went to my next appointment. My next appointment was to meet with a female doctor. And once I met with the female doctor, she immediately stopped me and she was like, "I got somebody I need you to come talk to." And she brought this really, really wonderful lady in there that just sat there right next to me on the couch, held my hand, and let me just cry and talk and get it all out.
Yeah.
And she was wonderful for a year, but then due to budget cuts and all that, she ended up going private. They went and paid for me to go see her.
Mm-hmm.
So then I didn't see anybody for like another 6, 7, 8 years after that. And then I saw somebody, but I felt like she was talking, which I found out she was. She was telling all my business to everybody that I would say. So I stopped talking again. Another 5 years later, my mom finally convinced me. She was like, "You really need to get help. I need you to talk to someone because you're trying on your own, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not working." And so then she convinced me and I started talking to this lady and I'm still talking to her to this day.
Okay, that's good. That is so great. That is so great that you are talking to someone. And this right here, actually, getting this out and allowing, what I'm saying, the outlet in the chat, what I mean, to actually show you support. This is therapy as well. You know what I mean? This is therapy as well. My chat is very awesome. Our community is very awesome, and you see they're in full support of you and the trials and tribulations you've been through. And I'm glad you're here. You know what I mean? I'm glad you're here and sharing this story with us. You know what I mean? This is a lot to unpack. You definitely had a ride. So now we're going to
Yeah.
we're yeah, I want to say, put this comment up. He said mine perfect and from the know he talking about his wife. He says she sounds like a wife. Says she just undiscovered responsibility. He said you
Thank
sound
you.
like a wife. Super
Thank
Mac.
you.
Say Cass Souls LOL. I was about to say true, but I do need to calm down. But you good. So you was talking to Plugg. Nah, I did. It wasn't even that. It wasn't even that, but yeah, most definitely. So now we get into this portion of it. So how did you get into a poly relationship?
Um, so I was single the entire time I raised my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up moving back to my home state, and then because she was having my grandbabies,
Mm-hmm.
and I decided that I needed to become financially more than what I was making, since there was now five mouths to feed instead of two.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I started door dashing, and in being a door dasher, I ran into a lot of people, just a lot, and I would not pay them any attention. And as you see, my hair is purple, and it got a lot of attention, and it's an afro, and I'm just like, whatever, mind my business. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
went into a pizza shop to pick up somebody's order, and it wasn't ready. And I was with one of my sister friends. I saw it was like five guys in the front, and I saw them, and they looked literally like lions ready to pounce on the female lioness. And I was just like, oh dear God. And I turned around and looked at her and was like, I don't want to go in here. And she was like, she said something that made me laugh. And I turned around and was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and go in there. Well, as soon as I walked in, this little short guy was standing there. He worked there. He was standing behind the counter, and he said, no, 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 y'all, no, calm down, calm down. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
And I bust out laughing because I'm like, I don't know you either, but okay, thank you. Like maybe he saw the look on my face. So I was like, thank you. So I
Mm-hmm.
walk up there. I got to wait for his order. So he's standing there talking to me, feeds me because he realizes I'm hangry because I am. Asks me where my man is, why my man didn't feed me, blah, 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 blah. We end up in about a year long, kind of just like a fuck buddy relationship. We had feelings
Mm-hmm.
for each other, but he was in the process of just now buying his house and, just trying to get back on his feet. The pizza place was his second job. So he worked his full time job during the day. And in the nighttime, he would go work at the pizza place for like 5, 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we just kind of hung out. Well, as I said, feelings developed. We were still free to do whoever, whatever, because we were just fuck buddies.
Mm-hmm.
And um, I ended up, I was in my place, like I said, about a year, but I had a crazy neighbor, and he knew about it. My neighbor was absolutely nuts. He finally tried to kill me because he was crazy, like literally craziness. But in trying to kill me, he accidentally, it was a duplex. He accidentally attacked the guy's that wife that lived next door to me.
Mm-hmm.
And my fuck buddy was like, yo, you got to get out of there for I kill him. Cause this man is absolutely crazy. The police ain't doing nothing. So I called the police on him like 8 times. Like he was just a stalker. He was nuts. And so he moves me one day. He just showed up with his brother and was like, "We gonna pack you up and we gonna move you."
Mm-hmm.
Well, in our being fuck buddies, right before this happened, we just kind of expressed how we felt about each other. And he was like, I feel like I want to move forward with you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. And he was like, but I need to be honest with you. I haven't messed with somebody else. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And he was like, and I like her too. I got feelings for her too. I told her about you. She wants to meet you. And I was like, okay. And he
Mm-hmm.
was like, because she asked me, am I with somebody? And I told her, like, I really love you and I care about you. And I met her first, which meaning me. And he was like, so, okay. And so I was like, all right, whatever. So we met. It was supposed to just be a meet up and talk. And she and I both agreed, look, common ground, we'll just meet at his house. Mistake number one. So she gets in the shower. Cool beans. She comes out, dries off. Well, he's in the shower. He calls me in there. So he and I get in the shower and we're talking in the shower. And we get out. He's nervous as a cat in with a long tail in a rocking store. And I'm like, it's fine. Like, whatever. We're just gonna talk. No. Turn the movie on. He's sitting in the middle. Next thing I know, we all end up having sex, all three of us. I'm like, well, there went that
Mm,
conversation. And so the next day we wake up, and I had asked him, I was like, do you mind if just you and I just have some time together? Um, and he was like, yeah, no problem. That's fine. Now, mind you, I don't live there yet. And the next day, he was like, well, let's have dinner. Let's invite her over, blah, 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 since we never talked. Okay, cool. Well, we end up having sex again. And I'm like, clearly we cannot talk in your bedroom. That's not gonna happen.
hmm
But just
Because of the
like,
attraction. Because of
yes,
the attraction.
and but just like gay and lesbian relationships, how they just bam bam wham bam. I met you, you go get your shit packet, and now I live with you and all in 4 days. That's how this
Mm,
was. He moved
mm,
me. She helped move me into his place, and she had her own
hmm
place. And so she's coming over more often. But I told him, I'm like, I feel like she wants you. You're saying you and I are going to be together. We're going to be the couple, and she's
hmm
just going to be what we
So did
play
she
with.
feel like? Did she feel like you were the primary, and she wanted to be like the primary, and then
Yes,
and she felt like she was secondary?
yes, and
Could you
he would
feel that
make
the energy? Did you feel like the
yes.
energy was more towards you, or like what was more convincing you to be a part of this, and she was already down? Because
She
like
was
you would
already
act like,
down because she had been in one before. So she was
okay,
already down and she wanted him big time. Which
okay,
I told him. I could tell how she felt. I knew that she was only going to deal with me just so she could be with him. And him
hmm
making it seem like I was more important kind of threw her off. Well,
hmm
then for something switched, and he would say to me, make comments like, you're not more important in this relationship than her. And I'm like, well, I never said I was. I'm older than both of them now. But her
oh,
by many years.
oh, she was
Him,
younger.
yes, her by many years,
Oh,
and him not by many. Um,
okay.
but I'm like, okay, like I can see where this is going, and you need to have a conversation with her more so than me. And I mean, I asked him like, what is going on? Do you? I'm the type. I've always been the type. Anytime I've gotten with the man and I feel like we're gonna get close, hey, if you see somebody that you want to go be with, I need you to come and talk to me because you never know. I just might say, go ahead, get your funky off, and if you like it a couple
Yeah.
times, go ahead. That don't
So
mean
do
I'm
you
going to
feel
do
like?
nothing.
So does that feel? Do you feel like those polys are based on honesty from the man?
Ours was not. I feel like it could work if you are honest, but you have got to be honest and not just with one party. It can't be girl A is always running the man and talking to him, and then girl B is always running the man and talking to him, but y'all ain't never talking to each other. The
To each
females
other.
have got to
hmm
talk. Like whether
hmm
you got to sit down, you got to have them little coffee times. Whether you like, I'm about to fuck her brains out or not. You still, if you are in this relationship, you got to talk. And I feel like that's where the breakdown was.
hmm
Um, like I
And
was always being left out because they smoked, and I'm allergic to most smoke. So they would go on the
mhm,
porch and smoke and they would talk for hours and hours and hours. And I'm like, and then he would come
mhm,
back and make comments thinking he talked to me, but I knew it was stuff that he said to her. So it made me seem like I was the forgetful crazy one because I'd be like, you never told me that. Yes, I did. I know you didn't because you talked to her about that, not me.
mhm. So
Like,
the question is, how and when um, did you start to feel poly was a possibility for you?
when he brought it up, I guess when I kind of heard about it, because I had a couple friends that have delved into different types of sexual relationships, and it
hmm
was like, oh, okay, like this is real. It's not just like a porn fantasy, like this is real.
hmm
So they would talk to me about their relationships and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, that might be interesting if it happened. I'm not out looking for it.
You weren't
Um,
looking for it.
no, I wasn't necessarily looking for it.
Mhm.
And me already having had fallen in love with him, I guess it was just like, okay, well, I'll see how this goes and go from there. But he was also, his mouth was saying something different than his actions. His mouth was saying to
Right.
me, we're going to pull her out to play with her. But the actions were, she's coming over, she's coming over, she's
She's
coming
coming.
over, she's coming over. And now all of a sudden, her
Right.
and her son are living here. And it's like, oh, and now we got a bigger bed because all three of us are sleeping in the same bed. And it's like, oh, so this is the thing. This is what we're doing. Oh, okay.
Okay. So let me ask you the question: if had he been honest and forthright from the beginning, you think you would have been all in?
I would have talked to her first. After having
Okay.
talked to her, no, I would have been like, y'all let's switch the roles. Y'all two be in y'all's relationship. When y'all feel like y'all want another female, call me, hit me up. Boom, I'll be there. But other than that,
Right.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go over here.
Right.
Yeah, had I
Okay.
talked to her
So
first.
let me get to these chats real quick. Miss V said it's a blessing that you have not checked out mentally after all of that trauma. Supermax said, casted apologies for Plugg on the trigger warning. The whole RSC is on superior content. He said, just know that there's no trigger warning because he thinks you're aware. Never disrespect, always love. She said, super. She said, I already know. She said, I'm not offended. I'm not offended. I love all of RSC's content. I rock with them heavy. They say, it's just a suggestion. Thank you. I'll respect in the chat. It says just 333 days in the chat. Plug with the content that makes the wife send me outside. It says souls, this is normal. So this is all normal. Hypersexuality or increased sexual behavior as a coping response. It is a recognized response to trauma. Do you believe that? Do you
Absolutely.
believe your hypersexuality was based on the trauma that you received
Oh,
since
absolutely. Absolutely. Because I became all while in the military, I became an emotional fucker, is what I call myself. Um,
Mhm.
so if I was sad, I was gonna have sex. If I was happy, I was gonna have sex. If I was having a very bad day, I was gonna have sex. I didn't have to come. It was just like, okay, I released that now, go on about your business. Like, get out. Bye.
Right.
Thank you.
That's crazy. That's the first time you're hearing it. They say, cast it, my bad. He say, you're 100. Disclaimer, trigger warning for newbies a must. He say they will adjust. I think it's really hard to catch classic or Plug with the straight jab. Say, Cass say, Souls, thank you for adding needed information and context. And Soul says, yes, Miss V. He said, I will try my best to always protect the chat. I know that's right. He always does. Say thank you, souls. Say 100. Then she say, and keep it and to keep it a beam, a chain of command must be set in place to have a full understanding, i.e., who was the woman of the house.
It became me. Me. I was.
Yeah, because you was the oldest,
Yep.
and
Well, I
she
was
was the
the
youngest.
oldest. I was there first, and he moved me in first. So that also made her feel some type of way. Um,
Mm-hmm.
which,
And she
like
was
I
young and
said,
young-minded. She
yeah,
was
and
young
I
and
said,
young-minded.
had he been honest with me, like, and like I told him, he was telling her different things. Had he been honest with me, I would have taken her. We would have had a whole conversation, and we would have come to an understanding. And I'd have been like, "Girl, listen,
Mm-hmm.
you got
You
my
see
number.
that?
You got my address. When y'all want me, come get me. When you don't, you ain't got to worry about me showing up over here because I'm not gonna come mess with y'all's relationship. And that I promise."
Right. Now see, all my panel mates and my partners out here in this YouTube universe, you heard it from the mouth of a woman who was involved in one and said, hey, honesty and being forthright is the way to go. You never
Yeah,
know.
like honestly, tell if he would have told me that's what he wanted from the beginning. Listen, okay. You want to go shopping for her together, or you want me to go get her and bring her to you? What you want me to do? What?
Hmm. That's real. Okay, Ms. V said a healthy way to keeping order and structure in a relationship like that.
Yes.
Super says, "You're realizing I'm a good sign." She said, "You never." He said, "Never liked something that wasn't too expensive but totally worth it." Yo, RSC with the raw energy, super impressed with her feminine strength, respect. You see
Thank you.
that? I told you. I told you. I told you the chat is they exceptional. They are exceptional. The outlet is exceptional. She said, "Yeah, see, order was not properly kept, and it seems like your role or position seemed to be demoted in a way without that proper communication on his end."
Exactly.
Hmm. And so says she became people pleasing. She became a people pleaser, and I know a little bit.
Yep. And
Lavender
Miss B, you
Princess.
said you surprised I didn't shut down. I did. I did shut down in the relationship. I checked out. I did. I was just
Hmm.
like, I literally, I remember the conversation. I still remember what the room smelled like, what we all had on, where everybody was positioned. This how big of a core memory it was for me. And I told them, I was like, I feel single in the relationship. How the am I allowed to cuss on this show? How the F
Yes. Yeah.
do I feel single in a whole relationship with a grown ass man and a grown ass woman? I got two of y'all sleeping with both of
Mm.
y'all every night, and I feel so alone. Like, how was that possible?
Mm.
How? I was like, it's time for me to go.
So you would put it on him. Me myself, I would put it on him.
Oh yeah, no, I told him it was his fault, and he would tell me, "You always blaming me." Well, sir, first off, you brought us into this situation.
It's your
Second of all,
fault.
you lied. Third of all, this is your house. Fourth of all, you're the man of the relationship. And we both gave you that, like you are the man. We both were very independent women, single parents. We knew how to take care of ourselves. And we
Hmm.
kind of stepped that down and gave you the role that you're supposed to have in the relationship as the man. And then you shitted on us.
Ooh, he dropped that ball. Lavender Princess, do you think that was a way to take back control over your sexuality? And
I think I kind of lost it in that one. That one I lost it.
mm, I would have thought so too. I would have
Yeah.
thought so too, because you didn't have control. You
No, I
allowed him.
didn't.
You. I think that being that the situation had taken control and you were the older one in the group, you were supposed to take. If you was going to be that, you were supposed to take control and establish all the ground rules that was going to happen.
Yeah, and like I remember like I would be in the kitchen cooking. And I would call her and be like, "Hey, babe, you want to come in here and sit with me? Or you want to come help me cook? You want to come help me cut onions? You want to come help me do this that, and all the other?" And she would say like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I don't know how to cook." I don't know. She was like the queen of ordering, and I'm like, "Well, you gonna go broke
Mm-hmm.
ordering for this whole family." Because
Mm-hmm.
then he introduced his kids. So now we got me, him, her, three of his kids, and your child. We got a lot going on here. We can't just be ordering out every night, all night. So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna have to learn some cooking skills. So
Right.
and then like I would take classes and I would take her with me and he'd be like, "Oh, well," he would always tell me in private, "Oh, well, you're bettering her. You're bettering her. You're making her better." And he would always say like, "I got my princess who ain't never seen nothing, ain't never done nothing, blah 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 blah," speaking of me. And then I got
Mm-hmm.
the female version of me who's hood, who did everything, blah 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 blah. So in his mind, he had the best of both
Mm-hmm.
worlds. I got the one who could
Right.
trap with me, who could do all this other stuff with me. And I got the one that when I'm feeling like I'm about to kill a motherfucker, I hear her voice saying, "Babe, your family would like to have you come home. Don't do that." Okay, that's
Right.
nice, but that's not what you're expressing to both of us.
Right. He's having individual conversations with the parties,
Yes. And that's what I
but
told
not
him.
a
That was
group
the problem.
conversation.
Yep.
Right.
And every time
You
it
could
came
and
time
you
to
could
have
have
a group
conformed.
conversation,
And you couldn't conform to that because you had those dad issues. So you needed somebody who was going to take control.
Yes, and that's what I told him. I
Yes.
I said, "Do you understand how hard it was?" And I gave it to you. I willingly
Mm-hmm.
said, "Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
put
he
this
dropped the ball.
independent down, and I'm gonna put it over here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave it at this old house. I ain't even gonna pack it up and take it with me." And so when I would tell him,
Mm,
"I need you, I need my man," all he heard was, "You're nagging me. Where is this coming from? What do you
right.
mean?"
See, that's the, you know what that is? That's that social media mindset, feeling like you're being nagged, and being that
Yep.
you don't want to talk or you don't want to express, not knowing that this is very important, bro. You have to have these conversations. That's why I say I'm here for it all. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for it all. I'm here to listen. I'm here to communicate. I'm here to talk about everything, especially if this is a situation that I really want to work. And I really want this situation to work. I know I'm gonna have to be constantly communicating, and you have to be in the right mindset in order to be in a poly relationship. You have to be in the right
Yeah.
mindset, and you have to be a right communicator. And that means you're gonna have to be on your swivel at all times because you got two different personalities, two different women that you are going to have to communicate thoroughly, not just effectively and thoroughly to both these
Yeah.
women.
Yeah,
Ooh,
he was not. He talked, like I said, he talked to her way more than me, and I'd be like, okay, all right,
right plan, wrong man.
yeah,
Right
yeah. Because
plan,
like I
wrong
told him,
man.
it could have worked out had he not been stupid. It could have worked out.
Miles got a great question. He said, "Were you a part of a poly or were you an accessory?"
I was a part of a poly that became an accessory, a dusty accessory that got set on the shelf.
Soul said, not taking shots. She was the more attractive too, I bet.
Who her?
Yes.
No,
Oh, she wasn't.
no.
Couldn't hold a candle.
Honestly, no, and I'm not just talking about her. No, like he used to tell me all the time, like she's shaped weird, and as she was. Like I don't honestly, I don't understand. I think
Why?
what did it was when he first saw her, because she used to be a stripper, which I still don't understand what strip. Okay, I don't understand. Um, when he saw her, she barely had any clothes on. Her brother was sitting outside of the house, and he realized he knew her brother and was like, "Oh my god, hey, what's up?" Blah blah. Blah. And he stopped. Well, when she
Mhm.
heard something outside her house, because he's always playing his freaking music loud, she walked out the house with barely nothing on, and that just caught his attention. And then he went back. He circled back later that night.
Uh, that was just a splack. That wasn't attraction. That was just a little splack, and he turned that
Right.
splack into a longer situation.
Yeah.
That was supposed to been that's supposed to been an evening, and he turned that into
Basically,
a
he
yeah.
tried to turn a hoe into a housewife, and I was like,
Oh,
you shouldn't have
come
done it.
on, man.
And I told him, I was like,
Uh,
you should have said that, because I promise you I'd have let you have her. And he was like, well, I wanted both of y'all. Y'all could have kept fucking me. Y'all literally could have had all the sex y'all wanted to. I would have got up as soon as y'all came, and I would have went home, and I'd have been like, good night, see you whenever y'all
right,
call me again.
right. Okay,
I
that's
thought we
understood. They say, Lil Penny say, Lady D, do you feel like you accepted the poly lifestyle um, with Facebook because you might have not considered yourself worthy based on the repeated trauma?
um no, I think once my friends were talking to me about it, it kind of intrigued me. But again, not enough to actively like search for it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, no, I don't think it was that, honestly. It
Mm.
honestly was one of those, I loved him, and okay, if this is what you want, then I'll see.
Accommodate. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I accommodate. Yep. But it
Yeah.
just that was supposed to have been a splack that went too long. That was just supposed to be
Yes, yes,
a night like that should
which
have
is
been
what he
something that
told
spiced
me.
up.
Yeah, which is what he was
Yeah.
telling me. Like, hey,
Right.
we just gonna call her out when it's me and you, and we gonna
Yeah.
call her out when we want to play, and take her out when we want to play, but then we gonna take her
But
back
slowly
home.
telling her like, yeah, you're gonna be a part of this.
Yeah,
So
like
two different.
you my woman, blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, why you ain't just
Uh,
tell me that in the first place? And his whole mindset was, I didn't think that you could handle it, and I didn't think that you would be okay with it. I was like, first of
Yeah.
all, if I told you in the beginning, if you want to do somebody, what made you think that I wasn't going to be okay with you coming to communicate with me? I got a problem with you lying
Right.
to me. I wish you just would have been open and honest with
Right.
what you want. Because then give me the chance to say
Right.
yay or nay. I'm gone or I'm staying. I said what
Hmm.
it was is you wanted me to, and you didn't want to give me the opportunity to walk away. You took that from me.
Right. Yeah, you did. You got to get that option. You got to get an option. She says, yes, let people make their own educated decisions. And that's true. She just said that. Say Plug, it's different though. She also was fighting trauma. She said would now not do it at all, I believe. I think she would if it was the right partners.
I about to say, yeah, if it was the right partner and I know they communicate, I would. I
Hmm.
would.
Yep. Yep, she'll definitely do it. I can hear that because she was not opposed to anything. She was not opposed to anything. It was just the transparency. See, and Mario said, Marty said, your transparency is such a motivation. A lot of females out there are dealing with this struggling in the dark, but your words can show them that strength comes from within.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Say yes, and so said yes, Mario. He says, she's accountable, transparent, and no double talking. LOL. Yeah. Hey, double talking is a big no with souls. Just trust me on that. And so hey, right now, when you see that name come across the screen and you're getting your kudos, it's big kudos. Let
Well,
me tell you,
thank you.
and
Thank you
blow it
very
up.
much.
Yeah, blow that thumb up. Yes, indeed. He says yes. Mario souls yes. She said, word is bond. I mean, as far as the hyposexuality that she's talking about. He said, how did your child respond to this?
Um, at first she was kind of, oh, okay. Um, but then she was like, wait, I don't know if I want to introduce, bring the babies around that, blah, 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 which
Should he
always
and should he?
always like struck me as funny when people say stuff like that, because when I was with my girlfriend, people were like, "Oh my God, you got your daughter around that." Like, just because I was a lesbian, did you think I was throwing her up on the counter and eating her pussy like in front of my kid? Like, did you think that's what we
Yeah,
was doing? Like, we was 100% porno ready right now? Like, really, we were just a regular normal couple. Like, okay,
yeah. Mm.
like I
So
don't know.
says he never knew the truth would lead him to his desires. He said, tell the world what you want, and it will conspire to bring it to you. And that's true. I
Yeah,
cannot dispute. We cannot dispute that. For real, for
yeah.
real. She say everything. Hey, Uncle Plug TV is fire. Say closed mouth don't get fed. Indeed. Say
That part.
a lot of selfish energy from the other two parts of the triangle.
Yeah,
And
and
she
it
said,
blew
so
up. It blew up
mm-hmm,
too. Like
it
they
did.
got
It,
physical all the time.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
it was a mess
Because
with those two.
it wasn't no love there. It wasn't no respect there. That's what it was. It
No,
wasn't
it
no
wasn't.
respect there. Nah.
It
Because
wasn't.
it just left too long.
When she finally opened up and talked to me about the things he would say to her and how he would compare us, and I'm like, oh wow, what? Because I wondered why all of a sudden she was pulling away even more. And finally,
Mm-hmm.
I pull out. He was like, "You need to talk to her." And I'm like, "Well, if I try and she's not answering me, like I'm not about to beg somebody to talk to me. So no, like whether you sleep
No.
in the
Yeah.
same bed or not, I'm not. Like no,
Yeah, he already blowed that rate. Now he wants you to come and play cleanup. No, no,
right?
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
and
no,
that's
no.
what it was. He wanted me to come play
You
cleanup for
blow
him,
wreck,
and I was,
playboy.
but he
You
didn't tell
blow
me what
wreck.
I was cleaning up either. He was just throwing
Yeah.
me out there like, "Go clean this up," and
Oh.
I'm like, I got a pickaxe and you want me to go clean up elephant shit. That's not gonna happen. It's not happening, dude. You didn't tell me
No, it
what
ain't
I
gonna
was
happen.
doing.
You blow that. You blow wreck,
Yeah.
my boy. Yeah, you
Yeah, it was
blow
it was
that wreck.
terrible. It was terrible.
He
I was
say,
like,
I
by the
believe
time we talked, it was over.
Ms. V say, I believe in the Muslim faith that takes on so many wives as you can properly and equally provide and take care of. And I believe he could. He's not the leader.
No,
He had both parties on board. He just didn't lead properly.
oh, he did not at all.
Yeah, yeah. Say what he said. Soul said, I meant lavender was more attractive. It was during the past conversation. Oh, he said, I meant lavender was more attractive during the past conversation. He said that you were. And that's
Oh,
why
thank
she
you.
had a problem. That's why she had a problem. That's why she had a problem. I dig it, souls. I dig it.
Yeah,
Say
it
great
was
show.
funny. We would go to bar. We would go to bars together because I like shooting pool.
He said
And
great show. He said great show plug. Does she have a platform on social media? No, she does not. No,
nope,
she does not.
nope,
And
just
I think with
me.
what she does for a living, it won't allow her to. She can't even have a very heavy social media presence.
Yeah, me being a glorified babysitter and all.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, we know it. We know that.
We don't
We
want
know
the
that. Hey,
babies to find out.
you know what I'm talking about? Say, as souls, will you tell, they say, we'll tell you a real bond will supersede even traditional roles. Soon as family law is broken, the family dynamic dissolves. You can believe that.
Yep.
But I would say this: had he been the proper leader, it would have never dissolved. Had
Yeah,
he
we'd
been a
still be
proper leader,
there. Yeah, we'd
I'm
still be
trying to tell
there.
you, yeah, he just wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. He wasn't doing what he's supposed to do. Say souls don't start your shit. You say mighty what? You know how souls get. Souls start dig deeper. That woman's panel is gonna be lovely. We're gonna have a great conversation, man, with some great questions. Y'all tune in for that. It's coming soon. He say, Marty, he say, what that? Oh, let him live. He said, Marty, let him live. He say, Lavender, we don't judge, LOL. We don't. We don't,
Well,
not over
thank
here.
you. Thank
Not over here
you.
in the outlet. In the outlet, the TWR, in the raindrops, you know, so we do not, I repeat, do not judge. We are just offering our opinions and our perception and our perspective. Indeed. He said the physical dynamics are taking a serious L when it comes to an actual woman. I believe that. He says, I'm surprised Lavender stayed as long as she did based on the abuse and miscommunication.
Yeah, me too, honestly. Well, and then I kind of felt so I was stuck in a couple ways. I was stuck because I did love him. I was in love with him, and I did love him, and I wanted things to work out, and I had hopes that it would. And then I was stuck because I no longer had a place. Because him and his brother moved me out, so I lived in his house, and that meant I was going to have to
Mm,
find somewhere to go. I was going to have to figure all this out. I was going to have to figure out when I was moving. I was going to have to figure out part of my stuff was in his house still. So how am I going to get my
mm.
stuff out of your house? Like, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
But at this time you was removed from the military and you were 100% disabled,
Yes.
correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So you wasn't in dire straits. You know what
No,
I
I
mean? You probably
wasn't broke, which also brings up another point. I was the one paying the rent. Um,
what?
my name was on the lease, hers was not, and she was pissed off
What?
about that. That my name got put on the lease and hers did not get put on that lease.
So you had full control.
Yeah, which I didn't know that he put my name on the lease at first. I found out only because they were having an argument and she blurted it out, which is another. Why didn't you communicate this with me? He communicated it with
Mm,
her, not me. So she knew before I knew that I was on the lease.
whoa.
Yep.
Whoa, buddies.
Yeah. She
Uh,
knew that before I knew that if something were to have happened to him, I was the one to contact his kids and I was the executor of his estate. I didn't know that. I found that out
mm,
one night when she got drunk and she blurted it out. Yep.
mm. Yeah,
So
Buddy was
yeah.
really on some whole shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
Buddy was
he
really on
was
some whole
making all
shit.
these great decisions, but he wasn't communicating. He would, like I said,
Yeah.
he would tell her, but he wouldn't tell me. So
See
now you
this?
done talked to
That
her
the
and y'all done came to a decision, but nobody says anything to me until she gets drunk off her ass. Now you drunk too, and now y'all outside the house, literally physically fighting, and I wake up to hearing punches being thrown, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
oh,
And
so
then
he's an abuser. So he's
oh
an
yeah, no,
abuser
yeah.
too.
She would start the fights, which I mean, like I said, I grew up in the era, you if you a woman and you put your hands on a man first, then you get what you deserve. Well, she would start it, but he would take it way too far. He would take it way too far, way too far. And like I told him, there was plenty of times where he could have walked away, but you chose not to because now you mad. So now it is your fault because I got her away from you. She's over in the corner crying, and now because you pissed off, and instead of saying something, you decide to go over there with your fist and I'm gonna handle this again. Like what?
Wow.
Or instead of pushing her to the ground, your fist pushes her to the ground. Like, bro, you could have pushed her. You stronger than her. You could have pushed her. Like, why are you doing
Mm,
all this? So yeah, it
mm.
became a problem. And I told them, I was like, listen, I was in the military. Like, y'all are doing way too much. Y'all gonna fuck around and I'm gonna black out and I'm gonna do something.
See that question, Lavender? When he would get physical with her, that wasn't a red flag.
Yes. Which is what I told both of them. I'm like, y'all have got to get counseling. Y'all got to do something about this because this is a problem for me. Forget y'all, me.
Yeah, real
And
talk.
that's
Like
when
that's
I was honest with him and I told him, I said, listen, there are weapons in this house. I do
yeah.
not want to mess around and wake up from me blacking out and seeing that y'all are dead and wondering why y'all dead and have no memory of me killing y'all because y'all started this. Like y'all got to stop. Y'all
Mm.
got to stop because I will
And
finish it.
just
I know me. I will
and
finish it.
just about just like in your lesbian relationship, did he know about the abuse?
Yes.
Took
Yep.
advantage.
Yeah, he
Took
definitely
advantage.
did. He definitely did. Cause honestly, and he was the first man that I had been honest before, but he was the first one that I was totally, hey, here's me. Here's all my
Mm.
stuff. Here's my past relationships. Here's my sexual relationships that I remember. Like, here's why I had sex with XYZ. Here's why I know this relationship ended. Like, here it is. So you knew all of that before you even asked me to be your
Now
woman.
let me let me give you um some words. A man has two options: either hear your past, you know, traumas and walk away, or stay and be total comfort for you. If a man is incapable of doing that thing, that one thing, not just walking away, but staying and being a total comfort for you, it's a big responsibility. And if he neglects that, he's fucking wrong. Because that is a job. That is a job. Like, to be completely honest with you, that is a job to take on all of those traumas. Now, I know you're currently in therapy and you're working on yourself, which is wonderful, absolutely wonderful, because most don't. They try to self-medicate. They try to, and you don't drink. Well, you drink a little, but you don't smoke. So you don't self-medicate. You don't use drugs, prescription pills, or any of that. So
I
that
don't even
is,
drink anymore. I don't even do that
yeah,
anymore.
that's wild. Now that's even a stronger mind. That's an even stronger mind, because most would fall. Ooh, you special. He said, "I'm you a real one." He said, "Glad you're not in the same place anymore." Real talk, Penny. Real talk. He said the inability to just be upfront disqualifies you from being him. So he's not. We've established that he's not him, Superman. but what a valid point you made, my brother. Indeed.
Thank you.
He said he was the first Jonas. Hey, you seen what is called what is it called? Polygamy on Netflix?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
man, they're finishing the series this Friday. I think it's either Thursday or Friday. I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Okay.
But they've been talking about that show. That's one hell of a show. One hell of a show. They say, yes, both of them seem to be feeding off of you in many different ways, financial, physical, and supportively.
Yeah.
Yeah. No middleman will start at 9:05 to give Plugg room to transition. Thank you, sir. Yeah, we're gonna be getting out of here. We got like about 8-9 minutes left in the show, and then we're gonna get up out of here. And we're gonna do a part 2 to this because I think everyone is enjoying Lab with the Princess, and we're gonna bring her back. Marty, I have not forgotten about you. We will be back as soon as I can, but I had to get this one out of the way. Say he was looking for a playmate, not a partner.
Right.
Yeah, and that's something's missing with him. That's why he likes to get physical. Something's lacking with him because he loves to get physical. He loves to put his hands on women. That's a discrepancy in yourself. Like something's missing with you, bro. Like you really have some mommy, or you might have watched your daddy, beat on your mama, or you've seen somebody you've seen that you think that this is okay. And that's some whole shit. And that's from me. From me, if you ever watched, that's some whole shit, bro. You on some real whole shit. For real, for real. And it says, say scared to ask what straw broke the camel's back. It's getting worse by the minute.
Right.
Yeah.
It really is.
She's like, this shit is wild.
They got physical again after they promised they wouldn't, and they were supposed to be talking and blah 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 blah. He broke her jaw right in front of me. Like I was standing there talking to her, and he literally broke her jaw in front of me, and I was like, "Oh dear God, this
you
is
gotta get the fuck. Yeah, you had
crazy." But the crazy part about it is,
dude, you a hoe, cuz.
right?
Just
He was
for the
like,
record.
"You ain't happy. I ain't happy. Everybody just leave." But he was talking to me, not her, me. And he he was like, we just gonna do a whole reset, and we're gonna start over. No, we're not. No, we're not. I moved out, and yeah, I was like, it's time to go. It's time to go because this dude's absolutely crazy.
Man. Hey, if you in the chat, y'all please hit that like button. Push this thing out to the algorithm so people can learn from this conversation, man. Like people miss out. They love like this isn't messy. This is just a life story. Someone really giving you an account of things that they've been through. And this type of shit is like, this is women and men need to hear this about going, if you really want this poly relationship, what you need to do. And it's communication and leadership, discipline, leadership, and communication. Like real talk. Like this is crazy. Marty said, not Jonas. She said, you are an inspiration to all women out there.
Oh, thank you.
And Miss V said, what the fuck? Hell freaking no. And Miles called him a sleazeball, which he is. She said, Souls, I take it back. He is Jones. Yeah, bitch ass nigga. A bitch ass nigga. Say, this is not a video game. You best believe that shit. And said, we should be able to like multiple times. For sure, man. Thank y'all so much, man. We're gonna get out of here, man. Lavender Princess, I really appreciate you sharing your story and your time with my platform and
you're welcome.
And the chat. Thank you so much. We will set something up and we will be back. I will get with you about the woman's panel because I want like different women from different age groups that have different stories. And really I want now we got through the trauma. We're gonna see the triumph, of the triumph, You know, because most people say, "Oh, you ain't made it yet." Well, you're making your way and you're trying. And we gonna get there, man. So it's very much appreciated. Thank you so much for pulling up on me. You know, I'm gonna give you this round of applause.
Thanks for having me.
Blessings, blessings to you, princess. Indeed, indeed, you do. And y'all, thank y'all so much. We're gonna play a little music before we get out of here. That theme song is like that, and we're gonna get to it real quick.
I wore the bruises underneath designer smiles, carried my babies through the darkest miles, saluted a country while I fought my own war, came home with scars nobody ever saw. Everybody judged the chapters they could read, never asked about the nights I couldn't breathe. I ain't asking for forgiveness anymore, I'm just becoming who I was before. You don't know what redemption feels like when you pray with tears all night. Every lesson left another flame. Now the fire don't burn to change my name. Don't act like I'm not her. The woman that kept getting back up, the mother that still chose love, the fighter that refused to surrender. Don't act like I'm not her. Yeah, I broke, yeah, I cried, yeah, I fell 1,000 times, but look me in my eyes, I'm still her. You tried to convince me I was nothing. Pain kept whispering I'd never be enough, but every broken piece became a weapon. Every setback built another level up. Now my children see a queen instead of fear. My future sounds a whole lot louder than my tears. I'm not running from my story anymore, I'm rewriting every page they wrote before. They counted every failure, God counted every prayer. They saw my past, he saw my purpose. I lost myself so I could finally find the woman heaven always had in mind. Don't act like I'm not her. The woman redemption road. The woman redemption road. The mother that found hope. Mother that found hope. The veteran still standing in the smoke. Don't act like I'm not her. Every scar became a crown. Every time they knocked me down, I came back stronger, wiser, closer to God. Tell 'em I'm still her. I'm still her. This ain't a comeback. This ain't a comeback. This is who I was always meant to be. Don't act like I'm not her. Don't act like I'm not her.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. The Uncle Plugg. I am Uncle Plugg. This is Uncle Plugg TV. Thanks to the Lavender Princess for pulling up on us tonight and sharing her story. And as always, feel blessed. Feel blessed to be Plugg.